witnessed the first teamwork between Shin and Sakamoto when they beat up Spill using his own piano, and due to their exceptional performance, they received thunderous applause. Within the crowd, it was revealed that Ando had been watching their fight. What steps would he take to escape from the JAA after witnessing the battle earlier? Let's find out. We continue the story in chapter 199, titled Iari. After their fight, Shin and Sakamoto commented that they might be piano geniuses. As they observed their surroundings, they simultaneously noticed Ando leaning against one of the room's pillars. Ando slowly approached Sakamoto while calling them, where Shin called him Dad, while Sakamoto thought to himself that this was his target. He called Shin by his name and asked what he needed from him, which surprised Shin that he knew his name. Just as he was about to say that he must really be his father, he was interrupted when Ando said that he seemed to resent him, but he felt the same way towards him. Ando pointed out to him that he was the reason why the JAA was hunting him down. Thanks to him, he had lost everything. He had become the bane of his existence. Shin's eyes widened at this, and the pain he felt upon hearing those words was visible. Nevertheless, he caught Sakamoto's attention when he suddenly asked if Ando was for real and if he thought he can BS him. Ando was confused by this, so Shin shouted that it seemed he was trying to run away again and that he knew what he was thinking. Ando then pulled out a button, and when he pressed it, it caused a powerful explosion on the left side of the ship. The people on board were alarmed when they heard it. After that, Ando called out to Sakamoto as the JAA hitman, which made him turn towards him. He told him that he had planted another bomb on this ship that was 10 times stronger than the previous one. He added that if he dies, it would explode and cause the death of nearly 7,000 passengers. He also pointed out that Article 23 of the JAA regulations prohibited the killing of bystanders, so he couldn't kill him. Shin was troubled when he heard about the bomb on the ship, while Sakamoto called Ando pure scum for using innocent bystanders as human shields. Ando countered and questioned a hitman lecturing him about morals, commenting on how rich that was. Sakamoto then asked him where the bomb was, making Ando laugh and say like he'd tell him that while mockingly calling him a moron. The shock was visible on Shin's face due to this conversation, while Ando added that once the ship leaves port, they would reach international waters within 30 minutes, which would be outside the JAA's jurisdiction. He pointed out that Sakamoto had already lost the moment he boarded. Following this, Sakamoto quickly moved to try to capture Ando. However, just as he was getting close, something began flying towards him. It hit him solidly and sent him crashing into the wall. Ando called out to the perpetrator as Iari and pointed out that it took him long enough. On Sakamoto's side, he wondered where that attack came from, and when he looked carefully at what was thrown at him, he saw it was an anchor. Iari pulled back his anchor and started spinning it while saying Ando shouldn't say that. It turns out Iari was the sunglasses-wearing companion of Ando, and he commented that he didn't want to interrupt their family reunion, so he had been holding himself back. After Sakamoto wiped the blood flowing from his mouth, Iari immediately sent another anchor attack his way. As a counter, he used his gun and shot the anchor's chain to slightly alter its trajectory. When his attack hit the wall, Iari commented that he wouldn't let them get away. Sakamoto and Shin reached a corridor, and while running, Shin asked what he was going to do. He explained that if he killed Ando now, the ship would explode, so he needed to find the bomb and disarm it first. He added by asking if Shin hadn't read his mind, to which Shin tried to lie and said no, that he had forgotten about it, but he quickly noticed the deception. Shin then asked if it was true that once he found the bomb, he would kill his father, to which he agreed. Because of his answer, Shin suddenly shouted for him to go to hell and questioned why he would help him. He pointed out that even if that man was scum, he was still his long-lost dad. He then asked who Sakamoto thought he was. Shin's protest was cut short when Sakamoto noticed something coming from the side and pushed Shin's face away because of it. Sakamoto was hit by Iari's anchor attack that sent him through the wall, while Shin was shocked that he had protected him. Iari suddenly grabbed Shin and started sniffing him. After that, he commented that he really do have a slight smell of Ando. He became angry after this and irritably called him a little maggot, asking if he thought he was hot because he was closer to Ando than him. Because of this, Shin wondered what was wrong with this freak, and he was disgusted by him. Ikari seemed to get angry at him because he had interrupted his special cruise with Ando. He planned to kill him and gradually tightened his grip on his throat. Fortunately, using the life preservers hanging around as decorations, Sakamoto shot one over Ikari's head and pulled him towards the pool area of the ship. Ikari was thrown into the pool after that, and while Shin was still catching his breath, he suddenly heard Sakamoto telling him to run while heading towards the pool. Sakamoto apologized to him and pointed out that he had no parents, so he didn't know how he felt. He said he'll keep the enemy busy while Shin gets on a lifeboat and escapes. As Ikari's body rose from the pool, he commented that Sakamoto wasn't an ordinary small fry, so he asked where he came from. Sakamoto seriously answered that he was a member of the Order. Following this, we were shown Shin thinking about what he should do, while Ando was waiting to see what would happen. And there you have it. Another exciting battle awaits us. Now that the enemy knows Sakamoto is from the Order, what will the anchor-wielding Ikari do to stand toe-to-toe with this legendary assassin? Let's find out in the next chapter.